You guys, Vimeo launched a mobile editing app. And it ain't cheap, but is it worth it? We're gonna look at the full-blown Business Pro version today. Now, just to let you know, I have a long-standing love affair with Vimeo. Vimeo is an online platform that lets creative professionals like me host their videos. I use Vimeo to host videos that I embed on my website. I use it as a collaboration tool, so I share unfinished videos with my clients and they can actually make comments on the review page. And I can also customize the playback bar on my Vimeo videos so that I can make them like purple and match my Plum Productions branding colors. It has so much functionality. So when I got this email to let me know that Vimeo had created a mobile editing app, you know I had to try it out. The app gives you a 7-day free trial, but after that it's $27.99 a month. But once I started playing around with it, I realized that if I wanted to unlock what seemed to be some pretty important branding features, I would need to upgrade to $59.99 a month, pretty steep. But in the interest of science, that's what I did. The important functionality that I spotted within the Vimeo Create app that I thought was pretty valuable to someone was what's called the brand kit. So what you can do is upload your logo, create like a custom color palette, and select a custom default font. So it really saves you time if you're going to be making a lot of videos, and you can really make them look more branded. But when I opened up the brand kit, if I wanted to upload my logo into the platform, it only opened up my camera roll and I couldn't access anywhere else to grab that logo. Who keeps their logo in the camera roll? It doesn't belong there. My logo might be in like a Dropbox or a OneDrive, usually which I can access through my phone, but in the Vimeo Create app, I couldn't. I was very frustrated. So I moved on to selecting my custom color palette. Here I did like a black, white, and this purple. And then you could move on to your custom default font. But if you look at these fonts, there's really not that many of them. And none of the fonts I use on the regular for my branding were included with Vimeo Create. And I couldn't upload my own fonts either. And that was super disappointing. The other thing that brand kit gives you is the ability to type in your URL, your company name, your contact information, so that can be included on the end page of any video that you create. Again, a time saver, something I thought might be important if you were running a business and you wanted to make a lot of content. And so that was one of the reasons I sprang for the upgrade. But let's move on. So basically what Vimeo does is it allows you to create videos for all different formats of social media really quickly. You can either upload your own video or you can browse their pretty decent sized stock video library, and they have templates that you can use or you can build your own. So let's jump in and take a look at how it works. Okay, so if we open the Vimeo Create app, you can see here, these are all these templates that you can choose from. They're in different kind of aspect ratios depending on the social media platform that you are going to be posting your video to. So there's really no way to preview these templates and see how they actually look when they're animating besides just clicking on one. So I'm just going to select this one right here, and it plays it for me. So you can see there's like kind of these interesting wipes and the different ways that the text flies in. And so we know we can customize all of these shots and color. So I'm going to hit customize right now. And here it shows me all of the different scenes that are within this template. So what I'm going to do is customize them. Click the first scene. And I can replace the video or picture, depending on whether you want a video or still image. I can trim the shot so that I'm using certain parts of this shot. So let's hit replace. And it brings me right to my camera roll. But what I want to do is head on over to stock. And so what's a little weird, now I'll just show you here on the blue square right here is video. If I click on over the pictures, it's pictures, but I'm gonna stick with video, obviously. And there's just 3 categories: fitness, real estate, and sale. I'm a person that I really love like curated groups of stock video or music, so I don't have to like keep digging through things. These categories seem pretty insufficient to say the least. I don't really get it, but let's pick one and see what's inside there. So I'm gonna select sale just because I'm in business, I'm in marketing, I'm hoping there's something in here for me. And what I'm gonna do is scroll and show you the thumbnails of all the different clips that Vimeo has licensed for me to use. I mean, there's a fair amount of clips in here. I'm keeping going and I'm not hitting the bottom. And some of these clips are nice and long, 23 seconds, that's pretty good. But let's just pick one, and actually I can search in here. So let me search watching YouTube and see what comes up in our stock video library. Okay, here are my search results. So you can see there's a lot of shots where you can key in images into your shot.
Hey, it's me coming to you from the future. I'm actually editing the video you're watching right now. And I wanted to point out that Vimeo Create does not have a green screen or chroma key functionality. So it's very unclear why these shots are included in the Vimeo stock library. It makes no sense. And I just didn't want you to be confused and make you think that Vimeo Create can do something it can't. I would just ignore all of these shots if you see them in the stock library because you can't use them. All right, back to the video.
And then there's just shots of people watching videos on laptops and stuff like that. Let's pick one of those. I'm gonna hit done. It's importing it. So I've got my shot in there. As we know, it's very long. Let's hit the trim button. And we can use these handles to pick out the section of the shot that we want. I'm particularly not interested in this guy taking a sip of his cup of coffee, so I'm gonna make sure we use the part of the clip after that. I'm gonna hit done, and I'm gonna hit this text to modify that. So let me just type something in here. And I can change the placement of the text. I can change the style, so the way it lays out and comes in. Let's do splash. No, I don't like that. Let's do this. All right, that one looks best. Make videos they want to watch, and each word pops in. We can change the color. We can change the font. We can change the opacity, the alignment, and the size. Okay. Now I can change the layout. So this is where like kind of these solid colors come into play. And here's the custom color palette that I chose. And in terms of my brand kit, which we already looked at, again, I could never put my logo there. So that functionality I never got. So now let's move over to the next scene. I'm gonna edit the text. So that's how we built our first couple scenes. I'm just gonna finish the rest of them right now real quick. Okay, well now is the part where I was supposed to show you my finished video, but let me tell you what happened. The app crashed twice. The first time, eventually, the changes I had made to my template came back and I continued working. And then the second time it crashed, I lost all of my changes. And I was pretty ticked off about it, to be honest with you. So I can tell you they also have a music library in which you can kind of pick different music tracks, and they're sorted by genre, so there is some sort of curation there as well. But I don't think you're gonna be surprised to hear that I gotta give Vimeo Create maybe the biggest thumbs down in the history of my channel for so many reasons. First of all, these templates are so lackluster. They feel very dated. It's nothing you couldn't do with a free app that I could find anywhere in the App Store. This is a product that like no one asked for, and certainly didn't ask to pay $60 a month for. I don't know where Vimeo gets off asking for that kind of price point, in my opinion, for this product. It is not worth your money. You can bet as soon as I'm done shooting here, I'm going to be going into my Apple ID and canceling this subscription. It is not worth it. I'm kind of disappointed, I have to tell you, because as you know, and as I've said so many times on my channel, Vimeo is one of the top products I use for my business. It is the most valuable, like amazing, well thought out platform for a creative professional like myself, and to have them put their name on an app like this is so disappointing. You guys, I have a whole playlist that I'm going to link to over here where I have a ton of great options for apps in the App Store. Some are free, some cost a little bit more money, but they do like amazing effects and they're so much better. And I would definitely recommend almost any of those products over this one. So Vimeo, I know in the comments in the App Store where people kind of complained about how lackluster your app was, you said that more features would be rolling out, and I hope that it's true. I definitely think that they brought this to market either way too early because it's not ready, or way too late because so many other better apps have already been established in the App Store. So I hope you learned a little something with this. I'm sorry this was not a great product. It was a bit of a bust and I couldn't even show you my finished result. But if you were curious about Vimeo Create, now you know. If you enjoyed this review and you want to see other reviews I do on my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's one of the primary things I talk about, and I'll see you guys next time with hopefully a better product.